Welcome to Blenheim Palace and Crown Computing National User Conference. We've had a very successful year. As you all know, we're solid, secure. We look toward the future. This is demonstrated year on year by Crown. We make a continual investment in R&D. We have a committed and professional workforce. I'm going to hand over very shortly to Mike, who's going to talk about product development, the latest innovations in open options. After that, I'm just going to run a video for 5 minutes. It's shot at Wilkins of Tiptree, who are a long-standing Crown customer and a quintessential English brand. After that, Lee Stevens and Ian Dawson from Shulmans, they are going to be talking about the agency worker regulation. I've heard an awful lot of hyperbole about what the regulations cover, what they don't cover. Ian and Lee are experts on this. Gordon Lennox, our Customer Services Manager, will talk about the futures of the product, so what's happening over the next year or so in 2012, the new innovations and new functions you can expect within open options. Jason Chester, who's the CEO of Martin Butler Research, is going to talk to us about this concept of workforce intelligence. This is the process of getting out and extracting very, very meaningful and powerful data from your open options system. At 2 o'clock, we have arranged a free tour of the palace, as I indicated earlier. We aim to come back at 3 o'clock for some afternoon tea and scones. We have a prize draw as well, so would you fill in your feedback forms? And then, all being well, Mike Hawksford will close the event.
It's my pleasure today to talk about developments with the software product that have taken place over the past 12 months, because we really have some very key objectives with our product development program. We want to build a solution that has real business benefit, one that can deliver profit, increased profit to your business. It's very important that we do that.
Before the 1st of October, what we had was a situation where agency workers were quite clearly distinguished as a consequence of a case, if you're really interested, called James v Greenwich Borough Council, which basically said that agency workers, unless it's a sham or a little bit dodgy in terms of the setup, our agency workers will not have the rights that employees have.
The rights which start from day one, the first right is in relation to not to be treated less favourably than a comparable worker. Now, that relates to collective facilities, so it's such matters as canteen, childcare, transport facilities. A key point to remember is that the aim is not to give the agency workers any enhanced rights, to put them in the same position.
What I want to do is actually move on and talk about what else we're going to do and take you through into 2012 and actually beyond 2012 as well. We want to be ahead of the game in terms of what we're trying to deliver to you.
It's good to work with vendors like Crown that actually see beyond the technology. A growing majority of organisations now have operating systems, operational systems, enterprise applications that manage an awful lot of different facets of their organisation, from supply chain management, customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning, etc., etc.
We came along from Competir, where I work in rugby, having just recently rolled out the Crown product to our workforce. We found it very, very flexible. We found one or two interesting challenges as well in terms of what the product can do. So it's a really great opportunity to come and talk to other users of the system to see how they tackled various problems, and indeed perhaps to give our input as well. We've learned a lot today, and I would certainly suggest that other Crown system users do the same. You know, there's an awful lot you can learn, probably about the majority of most of the features of a lot of these systems, particularly, you know, Crown 2, are not fully made use of, and you know, you get a chance to find out exactly the benefits they can bring to your business. So yes, there's a lot to be gained by coming.
Well, I've been to a number of user conferences in Crown, and I think this really tops the lot. It's really, really good venue, excellent organisation, and you know, thoroughly enjoyed it. One of the great things about coming to a user group is you actually interface with other users. And the last 10 minutes we've just been sitting around the table and a couple of things come up that was, oh, I've got that problem, how do you solve it? And then we just share ideas, and I think it helps everybody. I would definitely encourage all Crown users to come along. The benefits are huge really, because you have a network of users sharing our ideas, and if you don't come to these meetings you don't really get to understand what other people are using the system for.
I got an insight into my options, because that's something we don't use at BAE Systems, we use our web, so I'll certainly be organising a demonstration from Crown when we get back on site. We learned a lot about the new rules around agency workers, which was useful, and I get a chance to meet other users of Open Options. Lovely surroundings, we had a tour of the palace. It's a good networking opportunity, an opportunity to speak to other users about how they use Open Options, and to make contacts for use in the future.